Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special Christmas episode of Pacific Standard, guys. I am here, as always. Well, I'm Carter Briggs, and I'm here, as always, with the other two hosts of the show, Mason Winter.
Hello.
A fitting name, I think, and Abel Stoika.
Hello. I went to a dubstep show the other day, and I was in the pit, and I headbutted somebody in the head, and there's a little bruise on my eyebrow, and then my glasses also broke off of my face during the headbutt. But I'm okay, and I'm here, and I'm ready to talk about... What movie are we talking about, Carter?
Wait, what the fuck?
Abel can't remember because of CT.
I can remember, I just wanted Carter to say it. It's Home Alone. It's Home Alone.
We're doing a podcast with the Antonio Brown of fucking film reviews.
Yeah, this is a CT IMDb.
That was good. This is like that.
Abel's in the pocket, dude.
Yeah.
He's just a quarterback who's gotten roughed up too much.
He's in demon time right now. He's his pun game.
I noted something in this movie that was demonic, but we'll get to it.
Yeah.
That's specifically what I wrote.
Okay, all right. So yeah, we're talking about Home Alone today. Fucking, what year did it come out, Abel? You're the stats guy.
1990.
1990s.
Great
Home
year.
Alone. First thing I want to say, we all watch these movies on streamers of choice. I just love that this is on Disney Plus. You know, I love when a big company swallows up another big company and it makes a super company, and there's only two companies. I love when that happens. Don't you all love when that happens?
Well, yeah,
I love it
just
because
have
then
to
we
be
get
subscribed to one.
No, but,
Yeah.
but then they can set the price, Mason. Do you see what no competition does? It's a problem.
If they have everything, I'm willing to pay everything.
I mean,
We get amazing
like a
content
game?
like Home Sweet Home Alone.
Home Sweet Home Alone with that child actor who's actually very good, who was in Jojo Rabbit, but then he had to do Home Sweet Home Alone.
Yeah, unfortunate. Maybe he'll have a career renaissance once he hit puberty.
We can only hope.
This movie was directed by Chris Columbus and was scored by John Williams, which I find interesting because they were both on the first two Harry Potters together.
I said this has a very Harry Potter soundtrack. That's in my little notes here that I've written down.
Same shit. Same director. I love Chris Columbus's direction on both the Home Alone movies and both the Harry Potter movies he did, and I don't know what he's been up to since then. It's been about 20 years. He's
fucking up.
Done
He's
something.
been fucking up Percy Jackson is what he did. The bastard.
Oh, that couldn't have been his fault.
Couldn't have been his
I
fault.
like these movies too much.
Couldn't have been his fault. I'm fucking coming for you, Chris Columbus. Mason knows this, I think, more than Abel knows this. I was that kid who identified a little too hard with Percy Jackson as a kid. And Chris Columbus, count your fucking days, bro, because you fucked up my fucking character.
I didn't succumb to that because I had Ranger's Apprentice. I was like a small dude. Oh yes, that is me.
You were like small man who does arrows and hides. That's me.
Oh,
I was like asshole with ADHD who's always getting picked on by the adults in his life for no reason. What's up? What's up, baby? How's it going?
What's up?
I loved Macaulay Culkin, and I think he deserves some special recognition for being a good child actor and a very funny child
Very
actor
funny.
at a time when that wasn't
That was one of
the
the notes
norm.
I had.
Nowadays we're spoiled because there seems to be a new really talented really young child actor in almost everything, but there was a time where that just wasn't a thing, and he did a really good job.
The standout in relation to that, the standout scene for me that I noted was his back and forth with the woman who's checking him out at the grocery store.
I was going to say, dude, this kid, I love that scene for a lot of reasons. But one of the reasons I like that scene, and I was like, yo, what's he trying to get up to? What are you doing, Macaulay Culkin? What the fuck is going on?
And she has the she interrogates him and hits him with the question after question, and then the end of it, he's like, I can't tell you where I live. And she was like, why not? And he was like, you're a stranger.
You're a stranger. He's such a clever fucking awesome kid in this.
I love the part where he sneaks into, was it Buzz, I think his name was? He sneaks into his, or opens up his chest once everyone's gone and is reading Playboy, and he goes, no clothes on anybody. Sickening, and tosses it over his shoulder. That was my highlight.
But then it's followed up by one of the best jokes in this movie, too, where he takes the picture of Buzz's girlfriend and he's like, Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Yeah.
I love this movie.
It's such a good movie. It is a great kids movie. It's got everything a great kids movie has, just like a family that sucks and is awful for no reason. Like, why are they so mean to Macaulay Culkin?
Oh, I noted his uncle's the worst.
His uncle sucks, and everybody's got an uncle that sucks. I mean, maybe some people don't, but most people...
Because the two quotes, he goes, I always hated when he goes, look at what you did, you little jerk. It always pissed me off.
To an 8-year-old. To an 8-year-old who spilled something.
The next line from him, like, flash forward, like, on the plane, she's like, I forgot my child. And then he's like, if it makes you feel any better, I forgot my reading glasses.
Oh, I fucking hate the uncle.
This literally, asshole.
Also, they all yell at Macaulay Culkin for like, getting after his brother for eating all the cheese pizza because his brother's being a dick. And then, like, they're like, oh, you spilled all this fucking milk on the passports that were sitting by the milk for no fucking reason. Who put the fucking passports there? One, who piled up all the passports? And two, whose idea was like, hey, it's dinner time. Let's pile up the passports on the kitchen fucking counter.
Like, I don't know if this is, like, a new thing, but I'm pretty sure passports are, like, waterproof at least most of the way through. Like,
yes.
They should be completely fine. Like,
did
not warrant that serious of a reaction.
In the 90s, they were actually made out of newspaper stock. That's actually... They were made out of the shittiest paper they could find. Just a pack of dickheads. Just the worst.
Do you guys think that the Joe Pesci let himself in at the beginning, or did he just knock and someone just opened the door and let him in? Because it never shows that.
I have a note about, like, man, would I never trust a cop. Like, not even... This is a great movie for, like... Just like you should know your rights and you don't have to tell cops shit. And every time they come to your door without a warrant, you should tell them to fuck off. Because, like, one, it could not be a cop. It could be Joe Pesci, the wet bandit. but also, like, the fuck, get out of here. Fucking get out of my house. Them being rich white people in the 90s is the only reason that Joe Pesci was able to, like, use that as a way to, like, get this whole block, because most other people would be like, the fuck are you doing in my house? How'd you get in my house? Get the fuck out of here.
Nobody knows how he got in there, and I think that's kind of shows just how chaotic everything is. Like, he's just there and everyone is just like, oh, there's a cop here. Well, he's not talking to me right now, so I don't know, someone else will be there. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Too much chaos.
How big is that house? I wanted to fucking... Jesus. It's a nice house.
Suburban Chicago, man. Crazy.
God.
How many times did that statue get knocked down? Might count 2.
I think 2.
Okay.
2. It was both from the pizza guy. As a person who worked pizza delivery for over a year, don't go inside anybody's house. Like, just don't, because you're just not supposed to. Like, they're just going to say that you stole something. I mean, not always, but, like, that's a possibility. Don't go inside. And also don't give them a pizza without getting the fucking payment. Like, why would you just put it there and then let them shoot you? If I was, just take the pizza and run, man. If they're going to threaten to shoot you.
He did get paid when Macaulay Culkin did the whole videotape thing. He got paid. He just slid it under the door. His problem was that Macaulay Culkin didn't tip him enough.
He could have just stopped playing the video, and the guy could have just kicked rocks.
I know, but that would have.
But he was cruel.
Then it wouldn't have been as funny.
It was very funny.
That dumbass teenager tripped over, just fucking running.
I got a little trivia corner with Abel. You
Abel's
guys might
trivia
know
corner.
this one. I don't know how known this is. So Keep the Change, You Filthy Animal, that movie that plays, is that a real movie?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna guess no, because because we're in Abel's trivia corner.
It is not a real movie.
Yes.
They filmed that just for the Home Alone movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome, because
I'll be honest, what led me to believe that. Those two dudes are in the cast list for the movie.
Oh,
I don't know.
So that's what made me think, because they wouldn't credit them if they were taking a clip from an old movie.
Yeah, no.
But if they filmed it for this movie, then yeah, that makes sense.
it's also an old movie that doesn't have like one of the two. Like, it doesn't have Dick Van Dyke or the other white dude who's in every movie from that era. You know what I mean? Like, there's two guys that you see and you're like, this is a real movie. And if you don't see either of those two guys, you're like, this isn't real. This is not a real movie. It doesn't have those two guys who look and sound and act the same, and just like, this is Carter's mini rant about old movies from like the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, fucking get him, Carter.
I'm going to get him. Here it comes. This was acting in the 40s and 50s. It would be men talking in a room, and then there would be a woman, and she would sound like this. Oh, hello. I'm the woman character, femme fatale. Ah. And then the men would sound like this for the whole movie. And then at some point in the movie, one of the men would yell about something, and then they would win an Oscar because acting.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Like,
But that's a great line.
It's a great line.
Because it's from the 90s, not the
Yes.
fucking, I don't know, 50s.
In the 50s, the line would have been like, I'm mad. And that would have been like, and then like the Academy would be like, oh my God, he's amazing. He's the best actor to ever live.
Did you know that he was mad?
Was he mad as hell and he's not going to take it anymore? Actual good movie.
I don't get the reference.
What
'cause
it's
I'm
from
uncultured.
it's from like Newsroom or something. I can't remember what the actual movie's called.
I just have this piece of it triggered my. I just word associated it, pulled it out of my brain.
It just like, it's one of those things where it's just a thing you've seen and you know, and you're like, where's this from? And you're like,
It's absorbed into my humor.
I don't know, but I've said it multiple times without knowing where it came from.
I say it all the time. I've seen the movie. Is it? I think it's the. No,
Looking this up.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Okay, I had two I didn't. Kevin had two realizations that like made me laugh. The first one is when Marv and Harry are trying to break into the house, and he like runs upstairs to hide under the bed, and then he's like, "Hold on." He's like, "I'm the man of the house now. I gotta defend my home," and he gets up and heads outside, and Marv and Harry are gone by then. But then he just sees the shovel dude, so he screams and runs back inside. And then the second, after he sees the shovel guy again, and he gets scared out of the store and accidentally shoplifts the toothbrush. But then as he's walking home, he just has this realization. He's like, I'm a criminal. And that was great.
Does the fucking Charlie Brown like head down walk?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I would like to point out, like, him getting scared of the guy on the sidewalk is one thing, but at the store, he walks up behind you, has a bloody hand, slams it down in front of you, and just stares like that. Like, can you blame him for being scared? Like, he probably shouldn't have stolen, but like,
This is real.
In the movie, he's 8.
This is real. And that seemed like a small mom and pop store because it was the 90s and those existed then. But steal. People should steal more. I think just steal more.
I'm bringing it back.
Fuck. What?
I think people should steal. I honestly do. If you line up over the past 30 years, the amount of wage theft that's happened versus the amount of theft that has happened for major stores like Target and shit, it's fucking insurmountable. People should steal.
That's a hot take.
It's a hot take. It's what I got. Anyway, I found the movie. It's called The Network.
How long do you guys think it'll be until we get a legacy sequel where Macaulay Culkin is a dad and his kid gets left home alone?
I
don't know,
hope
because
forever.
He's married and has kids now.
True. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but he doesn't-
Brenda Song could be the mom.
He's married to London Tipton, dude.
Yep. He's living the dream we all were dreaming as
He's
children.
living the sweet life.
Oh my God! Cue theme.
How do you not do it, dude?
Cue theme.
I thought
Also,
you were about to do it.
Also, this will lead us into one of my segments that I want to be recurring, which is called What show has the best early 2000s theme song? And do you think Sweet Life of Zack and Cody belongs in that list?
I honestly can't remember what it sounds like.
It's pretty top tier.
It's top. What do you mean you can't remember? It's fucking bow now, bow now now.
Oh, actually, Carter was pretty dead on there.
I kind of remember it. I didn't watch that show a lot.
Oh, I was in love with Ashley Tisdale. I think the theme we are finding in my watching of things is I was just in love with characters.
You have to be. That's why you watch. That's why we play the game, Carter.
That's why we play the game. But yeah, Sweet Life, up there. Anyway, back to Home Alone. I don't want them to make a legacy sequel like that.
No.
I would rather die in a fire. I would rather be killed by the wet bandits. Also, speaking of stores, Macaulay Culkin's grocery list, where he got like 5 bags of groceries, remember? Because he was walking home with like 5 bags.
What, he got like 3 things?
$19.83.
Whoa.
Do you know what would be $19.83 now? Just the fabric softener. I'm so mad. That all made me mad. Anyway, fuck it. But yeah, he did get 3 things, and he says he got 3 things, and then he's got like 18 bags that he walks home because he lives in the suburbs of Chicago.
For comic effect. It's got to be more dramatic. It wouldn't be dramatic, just 1 bag, 3 things fall out on the ground.
Just like fabric softener that's probably as big as he is. Also,
milk. That would be such a heavy bag. That bag's definitely breaking.
Oh, dude, of course. They didn't double bag that for him. Pieces of shit.
Carter, double bagging is not doing anything for fabric softener and milk in 1 bag.
Then you triple bag it, bro. And orange juice. Don't forget the orange juice.
That's all liquids.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Shit. He's a kid, man. It's his first time at the grocery store. Leave him the fuck alone.
Should have brought his...
It was the 90s.
Flyer, the red flyer, the wagon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
wagon.
I thought you were going to say
Radio
reusable
flyer.
bags, but a red flyer is the move in that case. I agree.
Yeah,
Radio flyer.
Radio flyer, that's it.
Yeah.
Are you... Okay, so you didn't watch Sweet Life on Deck, but you did have, you know what radio flyer wagons
I had
are?
a wagon.
I remember what it's called. It says it on the wagon. I can distinctly remember it. It's radio flyer.
This guy...
I can remember it, but I only remembered flyer.
This guy lives in Christmas Vacation. This guy lives in Stand By Me, this Abel guy. This guy...
Oh, we gotta watch Stand By Me. Fuck.
I've never seen Stand By Me, and I've
we're watching
never
it.
seen Christmas Vacation until we watched it for this. So,
Or, sorry, I didn't mean Christmas Vacation. I meant,
Home Alone.
No, I meant Christmas Story. That's my bad.
Oh, I haven't seen that I watched that when I was probably like 9.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Yes, we do. It's such a good movie.
Okay.
Also, every year, it's a tradition in my family. We watch Christmas Story. We like pick a day in December to watch Christmas Story, and then we order a lot of Chinese food, and we have Chinese food for dinner while we watch Christmas Story because we're adorable.
Sounds awesome. I love the part where he goes up to the Santa guy, and he's just like, "So I'm pretty sure, like, I know that you're not the real Santa, but you know the real Santa. So can you just tell him this, and this?"
I need you to
Like,
get a message to him from me, guy.
He's so confident. Like, yeah, I know that you're not really him, but you know the real guy. So
You got to be
come
working.
on, let's figure it out. I'm smarter than your average kid, you know.
He's got to be working within the system. Also, you closed like 10 minutes ago, and the elf already took all the peppermints. Come on, elf. Come on.
Fucking
all the
elf.
peppermints to her boyfriend? You got a boyfriend who can't buy you your own fucking peppermints? Leave him, queen. Leave him. You got yourself a job. Just fucking leave him, queen. He's not worth it.
I also liked when I think he was walking home from this Santa interaction, and he's walking by all these like houses where families are celebrating Christmas Eve together. There's just one house that I noticed where there's just a bunch of people in a circle around a tree, just like poking it and like talking, I'm assuming, about the tree. Is that not a little bit weird to you? Like, you guys on Christmas Eve, just your family all gets around the tree and they're just like, wow.
You don't
and
have
they're
the,
like poking the tree and shit, and they're
you don't have the annual tree poke, Abel? What's wrong
the
with
tree
you?
poke.
What's wrong
Poke
with
and
you?
prod this.
Let's test the tensile strength of these pine needles once again. Everyone gather around the tree.
Nice tree that you guys got. And it feels nice too. We're gonna keep poking it.
That's some shit Uncle Frank would do for sure. For fucking sure.
Tree toucher.
That's more like an Uncle Eddie move.
That is more of like an Uncle Eddie move. You're right. I got my shitty uncles mixed up. Also, just as a warning to all the families out there who may be listening, if you're listening and you're like, my family, if you're listening and you're an uncle and you're like, my family doesn't have a shitty uncle, you're the shitty uncle. Okay? Every family has a shitty uncle, and it's you. Okay?
We're gonna get a comment that just says, "I'm 7." I'm watching this. We don't have a shitty uncle. By the way, I'm 7.
I said if you're an uncle, you can't be a shitty uncle.
Oh, I just thought you said if you're in a family.
No. If you're 7, you're not the shitty uncle. You're the shitty child. Okay. There's a difference.
Buzz is a piece of shit.
Buzz is a piece of shit. God.
Also, no apology at the end would ever make up for the years of abuse that Kevin has been subjected to.
I don't know if it's years of abuse. There's never. I mean, Buzz is an asshole for sure, and he's giving major. Yeah. He's giving major Biff energy for sure.
Big Biff guy.
Big Biff energy. Just an ugly ass dude who's like, I'm mean and big. I'm the strong kind of fat. That's Biff energy. That's Biff/Buzz energy. But I mean, he kind of apologizes and he calls Macaulay Culkin cool, so maybe they're going to be cool now.
No, because then he's immediately pissed when he finds out Kevin went in his room.
Oh, that's true. And like, I mean, to be fair, Kevin did knock down all his shelves. And it's not like Buzz left him at home. The parents left him at home. Yeah. Buzz was an asshole in France when they were like worried, and he was like, who gives a shit? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy for Buzz to say. But like, Buzz being like, what the fuck? My parents took me to Paris. They forgot my brother. We stayed in Paris for 6 hours. And then I came home and my room was trashed and my tarantula's loose. Like, he had a shit time of it.
That would really suck.
It's just a shit time of it. Like, he's like so excited. He's like, I'm going to France. And then like his dipshit parents are like, they can't even set an alarm. Like, they fucking... Also, you know what? You know what note I had? In this house of a bunch of, like, old people and then also little kids, there is no way no one would be up. Like, there is no way that no one would be up before 8. You know what I mean? Like, one of these asshole kids is getting up at 5.
And you can hear, like, everyone has to walk around, like, and go downstairs and shit. Like, you're going to be able to hear people talking, and it should wake you up if you have to wake up like, anyways, you know?
The idea that that aunt who's like annoying and definitely takes like annoying people medicine, Uncle Frank's wife or whatever, who is she? The redhead aunt. She definitely she definitely wakes up at 5 a.m. every day and takes a bunch of fucking vitamins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. I don't buy. Also, though, 45 minutes, that is really what shows it's the 90s, is that they get in the car 45 minutes before the flight takes off, and they make it to that fucking flight.
Yeah, that's... Pre-9/11 America is a crazy place.
It's a fucking wild place. No, that's what I'm saying. That's just a fucking wild, just like, you just get on and you're like, ah, shit, I forgot had my gun here. And then the flight attendant and you go, that's so funny. Oh, goodness. They probably didn't even need their fucking passports. It's probably a good thing Kevin spilled water all over him or whatever he fucking did.
Yeah, you don't want to lose them.
Jesus.
How much do you think it would cost to do all of the repairs to their home that they needed to do after this? Like,
insurance is going to cover them because they happened mid-robbery.
But also, how much money would it cost for insurance to pay for it, you know? Or if it was just out of pocket. Like, there's tar all over the stairs.
That's true. You probably got to replace those steps.
Yeah.
You're going to have to salt all the stairs on to the exterior stairs. Really, the funniest thing that would have happened, this is my version of the movie. The mom gets to the house, right? She finally makes it to the house, and then she falls and cracks her head open because the stairs are still frozen on the outside because it wasn't warm enough for them to melt ever at any point. You know what I mean?
What a great 48-hour span for this entire family if that were to happen.
Also, the funniest part of this movie is that she gets home after taking 8 flights to different cities and then driving with a polka band for 6 hours, right? And
you know what my note was?
Huh?
I wrote the angel that is John Candy coming to the rescue.
I always forget that he's in this movie.
John Candy's so great in this movie. But also, then the rest of the family gets there literally minutes after, and she's like, how'd you do it? And he's like, they said they had a flight for us the next...
the one you didn't want to wait for.
The one you didn't want to wait for, we just waited, and it was faster than getting 18 different flights and driving from fucking Sheboygan to fucking Chicago or wherever.
Yeah, why would you want to, drive, on Christmas? It's just, it's cold.
Well,
the roads are fucking icy.
She didn't want to, but I was always I have never understood why she didn't just wait, because I'm like, it's going to take you as long to do all this around shit. And it did. You know what I mean? Just chill out.
Quite literally the same exact amount of time.
It literally you got there 2 minutes faster. You know what I mean?
Hold on. John Candy said a van, right? But didn't she pull up in a U-Haul?
Yes. Because that's actually what the van was. That was a joke that they had. That was one of the jokes. You see her in the back of there's no seats in the van.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about how, as much as we love Macaulay Culkin's character, he's probably a sociopath?
Why? Oh, because he aftershaves himself multiple times in a row.
Well, he doesn't learn from his mistakes, but also he definitely would have killed these men.
They died 7 times. His life was in danger.
Look, listen, I have them all written down. I wrote down everything that happened to these men.
Carter, do we need to have a discussion on this podcast about the Second Amendment?
Shut the fuck.
Macaulay Culkin was in his home.
Oh my god, fucking
He had the right to bear tar and feathers.
Stand your ground, Law Mason over here. Fucking...
Yeah.
But okay, I have everything that happened to Joe Pesci and the other wet bandit.
Before we talk about booby trapping the house, there's one scene before it that I thought was good. And it was when he finally talks to the old man in the church.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was sweet. That was a good one. And I like how the old man in the church is like, I just had a fight with my son and now I could never see him. And Macaulay Culkin's like, why don't you just fucking call your kid, you idiot?
No, yeah, I wrote that it felt like they were two old men who'd both lost touch with their families and were just giving each other advice on how to repair things.
One of them's 8. One of them's an 8-year-old boy.
You should call him. I'm 8, by the way.
I'm 8.
Oh yeah, and then Macaulay's talking about the sweater he got, the handmade one, and the old man's like, "Oh, that's nice." And he's like, "You can't wear things like that." He goes, "I have a friend who got nailed because there was a rumor he wore dinosaur pajamas."
No, that's good. The old man is probably like, "I was in World War II." You know what I mean? I saw my friend get blown to bits by German artillery, but he also plays it so straight, and he's like, "No, that's bad. Getting nailed for wearing dinosaur pajamas."
No, I think it scales perfectly because he's probably been alone for a few years, and Macaulay's been alone for 2 days.
So actually, the old man and Macaulay Culkin actually have been alone for the same percentages of their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This clear war vet, this clear dude who stormed the beaches of Normandy being nailed for dinosaur pajamas. Holy fuck. God, never in my... I've seen some shit, but I ain't never seen nothing that bad. Do we want to hear... These are just... I'm not a doctor, but this is just all the injuries I think these men definitely have. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. First, for Joe Pesci, he's got a ruptured testy.
Woohoo!
From the shot, the point blank shot?
Yeah, from the point blank shot with a BB gun.
Estimated recovery time of how much?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
Second one, a very bad back bruise because he falls down those stairs like 18 times, right? Like he falls flat on his back a ton of times. Major, probably like a 2nd to 3rd degree burn on his hand, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
2nd to 3rd degree burn on his head for sure because all his hair is burned off and the fucking the ski cap is gone.
Like it's burned clean off.
Off.
It's not just burnt hairs on his head. It's just missing.
Okay, he's got head trauma, a broken rib.
Wasn't there one little tuft in the middle though?
Yes. It's like melted. His skin is fully melted around, like there's hair melted to his head.
I tried to remember if this could write it off a little bit, but I was like, is the tiny tuft of hair in the middle supposed to be like where the fur ball on the hat was? Like it took a second longer to burn through there.
That's actually a good idea. Oh my God, Mason.
That was where my brain went. But
Chris Columbus is a genius.
Okay, so he's got head trauma. He's got a broken rib. He's got worse head trauma because then he gets hit in the head with a shovel. He got his tooth knocked loose, and he fell from 3 stories because they fall out of the attic. The other wet bandit, he got shot in the face with a BB gun. He's got bruising on his tailbone and hip from when he fell down the stairs. He's got a mild concussion from the first time he gets a concussion. He impaled his foot on like a 10-inch nail. Glass shards on his feet. Same back bruise. Aggravated head trauma because he just keeps getting hit in the head, this guy. Falls from 3 stories. And then he gets hit in the head again with a fucking shovel. These men are dead. And or never going to be the same.
Clinically. I'm not a doctor, but clinically.
Like, clinically, this dude has CTE. This dude, the other wet bandit, which I do love the scene at the end where the cop is like, yeah, we know all the houses you hit because you're the fucking wet bandits and you're idiots and you left the water running.
That's what I wrote. I wrote wet bandits, and then my note was leaving people's faucets running. This is the callback, is demonic activity. That's what I call demonic. That's horrific.
Joe Pesci even says it. He's like, that's fucked up, man. He's like, that's not
he's
okay.
Like, come on, dude.
This dude is like a B&E merchant, but leaving the water running is just a step too far.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Because why you gotta water damage the house, too? Like, that's fucked up.
Imagine they're gone for a month. Bill?
Imagine the water bill. Imagine the water bill.
It almost did save them in the end, though, because that's what screwed up Macaulay when he went into that house to call the cops, but he got stuck in all the water in the basement.
That's true. And then
if the old man didn't save him, he would have been screwed there.
Yeah. No, but the old man saved him, because obviously.
He's got to.
He
is the South Bend Shovel Slayer.
Well, I mean, like, he didn't do much to dissuade. I mean, actually, he did, because Joe Pesci and the other wet bandit aren't dead. I feel like the South Bend Shovel Slayer takes you in one hit with the shovel. You know what I mean?
South Bend Shovel Slammer.
Also, if you're going to hit somebody, don't hit them with a plastic snow shovel. Whip out the metal, like, spade.
I thought that was the metal one.
Oh, was it a metal snow shovel?
It looked like metal. I thought.
Maybe my family's cheap. We always get the plastic snow shovel with like the metal.
Yeah, but do they have mass-produced plastic like that?
In the 90s, yes.
Yeah.
Did they?
In the 90s, yes.
Widespread in family homes? I don't know.
It's plastic. It's not fucking smartphones. It's plastic. Things were built better in the 90s, though.
This dude's looking it up.
When was plastic invented?
No, I looked up South Bend Shovel Slayer because I wanted a picture of him. It looks metal to me. I can't quite tell. I don't know. Okay, we'll move on.
It doesn't matter. This whole thing doesn't matter.
No.
Nothing matters anymore. The world's ending. Who gives a shit?
It looks plastic. I think it's plastic.
The age-old mystery.
The age-old mystery. Who shot first?
Comment down below if you think that the South Bend Shovel Slayer's shovel is plastic or metal.
I mean,
we'll leave it at that.
It would have to be metal because if Joe Pesci and this guy didn't get knocked out or like knocked unconscious after getting hit with paint cans,
I feel like I can recall the
falling
sound
from three
too.
stories. Yeah, it's like a clung. I think it's metal.
It's like a trash can sound, which is like that. Yeah.
I think Mason is right because it would have to be metal because these guys are clearly gods, or they have like the thickest skulls known to men, and like
they're T2000s.
It like T2000s is crazy.
Did you list Marv's injuries?
Yeah, that was the other guy. It's Joe Pesci, and I in my notes I didn't know his name was Marv, so I just called him Dick.
I didn't know Joe Pesci was Harry until I looked at the cast list, so I only picked up Marv.
Yeah, he's Joe Pesci. Who gives a shit about Joe Pesci's name in anything?
Yeah. You know the scene where Marv is trying to enter the basement with a crowbar?
Mm-hmm.
When he, like, slips and falls, the crowbar, like, stalls for a second and, like, gets hung up on, like, the framing, like, the detailing on the door, and then, like, falls on him. That felt to me like totally like they did a couple takes, it happened by accident, and they were like, we gotta keep that.
That's good. No, that's good shit.
Yeah.
Also, that's not how you would open a door with a crowbar, you fucking idiot. Just stabbing away at the framing of the door.
Yeah.
Literally just a dick. Literally just an asshole move to fuck up
and
the
nothing
framing.
happens, and then he tries the door handle and it's unlocked. More
Jesus.
property damage they got
Just
to repair.
God. Just like not how you would open, like just an idiot. Just the dumbest piece of shit in the world. Anyway, that's my thoughts on
I
Marv.
thought it was funny. This is way back to the beginning of the podcast, though. I should have mentioned it earlier. I thought while I was watching the movie, I was like, these are banger songs. And then I kind of felt like, is it just like old Christmas songs, though? And then when Abel brought up John Williams, I was like, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
The goat himself.
When Macaulay is looking at Harry and Marv getting put in the cop car, and he gives that cheesy smile, I was like, that is the closest a kid gets to being like, fuck you, dude. A satisfying fuck you. That kind of smile. Yeah.
Just the most like, I fucking got you, you prick. You absolute douche.
Shit eating grin.
Ugh.
The definition of a shit-eating grin. Yeah.
Just what a beautiful ending. And then the family hugs and they'll go back to their dysfunction given a week. And then
I said mom gets home and the movie ends sweetly. Suffolk's Shovel Slayer's family comes back together. It's happy all around.
It's so gorgeous. If I was Macaulay Culkin, I'd just hang out at that old dude's place all the time, though. That dude seems pretty cool.
Yeah, because also his brothers would be like, yo, what the fuck? Kevin is with the Shovel Slayer?
Exactly. They'd be like, what the fuck happened while we were gone in France for 6 hours?
He would gain 10,000 aura.
Dude, so much aura.
Carter, what would you give this?
I'm going to give it 10 Jingle Bells out of 10 Jingle. Actually, I'm going to give it 10 concussions, 10 concussed wet bandits out of 10 concussed wet bandits.
That's a lot of concussed wet bandits. That's at least 5 Home Alone movies worth of wet bandits.
Well, I think we're up to 5, aren't we?
Yes, including Home Sweet Home Alone.
Perfect.
I would give this movie a strong 8, light 9. I love this movie. I love watching it every year. That this and Elf are like as close to like Christmas mainstays as you can get for me. I like to shake it up every year, but I always like to watch this.
I love Home Alone. I was interested. I thought this might be in contention, but I'm curious to see what movie gets the first perfect 10s from all of us. But I would definitely give this one a 10. This is a perfect Christmas movie in my mind.
This is perfect. I'm gonna give it a if I was giving an actual rating, it would probably be around a 9.5 or a 10. This movie is the perfect holiday
because
movie.
there's the family coming back together, Kevin has the realizations while they're away. He sleeps in their bed, looks at their picture. He's like, I do miss my family. I take back the wish. And then it all comes together. And then I feel like both the criminals are like, they're intimidating, but they're goofy enough that it's like funny and they're not super scary. And like, yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, they're only intimidating because Macaulay Culkin's a child. Like, it's the perfect amount of intimidating. So, with the review done, what do you guys been watching? What have you guys been doing this week? What's going on?
I have not been watching a whole lot, but I've been listening to the new Linkin Park album. I've listened to it quite a few times. Think it's solid. Little mini review here. I like I don't know, are you guys Linkin Park fans, listeners at all, or
I
No?
won't say that I'm not, but like I couldn't tell
And
you a song from
Transformers.
them, but if you played one, I could. Okay, yeah. Goated.
Yeah, that was like my favorite band.
I knew
when
you
was
wouldn't know
like,
the song title.
What I've done. It's so good.
Done.
And then
Goated.
the second one is New Divide, which was not on any album. It was made specifically for the second Transformers movie, which is hilarious.
New Divide
It's an
actually
underground
a
hit.
fucking banger.
You gotta find it.
New Divide is a banger. It's the best part about that shitty second
I had
Transformers
to
movie.
check out the CD for the Transformers 2 soundtrack from the library to get that on my iPod when I was 8 years old. And the third one has Iridescent, I believe, is the one in that one. And I don't know if they did ones for 4 and 5, because they were making different kinds of music at that time. But yeah, this new album, they got a new singer. She's okay. Does a pretty good impression of Chester, which I think is pretty cool. And the music sounds like they're trying to recreate the sound of their first couple albums, which is good because it works and it sounds pretty good. It's not new territory for them, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really like a lot of the songs on it, particularly Two-Faced. Yeah, I'd give it like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. What about you guys? What have you guys been watching or listening to?
Well, actually, Abel did remind me of something when he was talking about like Linkin Park and Transformers and stuff. There was 2 songs, because you're younger, you got an iPod. We had to buy songs, my brother.
Yeah.
$1.99 a piece.
There was 2 songs that I bought post watching a movie, and then I went home and I was like, I gotta have this song. I See Fire by Ed Sheeran from the Hobbit movie. Dang.
How did I fucking
Dang.
know? How did
That
I
one?
know?
No, but the other one you're gonna love even more, Carter. 2014, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shell Shocked, Juicy J, Wiz Khalifa, Ty Dolla
I
Sign.
knew it.
I was like, I'm all over this.
I knew it.
Is that?
We about to get shell shocked.
Yes.
Why?
God, it has Kill the Noise on it. Holy fuck.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Megan Fox again. Megan Fox
Michael Bay production.
again.
How long until we talk about a Michael Bay production on this pod?
I think that's probably what would save this country is if Michael Bay and Megan Fox teamed up again. That seems to be
I don't think they
Well, you
like
gotta-
each other. I don't think they
They
like each
don't.
other at all.
no. Okay.
Megan Fox does not like him. Also, Megan Fox is in that weird blood ritual relationship where she's having
Well, she's
MGK's.
pregnant right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's having MGK's weird demon spawn baby.
What's your beef with MGK? You just hate her because he's like kind of goth and alternative.
No,
Oh,
I
he
don't hate.
kinda-
No,
Kind of sucks.
it's
I don't like his
he's
music.
kind of a like he's a
Okay,
dick.
I won't get it.
And no, the other thing is like everything she says about their relationship is like one of those things where, especially when you have a lot of women for friends, you're like, queen, that sounds like abuse. That sounds slightly abusive. But then your friend goes, no, it's just like he's just a little possessive. Like that having the ring that hurts to take off. That's crazy.
That's so dumb. He's from Cleveland.
Yeah,
he's from
no wonder
Cleveland.
he's.
I will be on no podcast speaking hate about MGK. I like you, my brother.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah, I like his music.
This is your hard line?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna just like needlessly spew hate on a guy that like I don't have any beef with. Yeah, I hate Charlie Brown, but I don't hate MGK.
That's the hottest take I've heard from you on this podcast.
You're gonna hear some other ones. Mason's got some good hot takes. I love them.
Yeah, I didn't even get to what I was into because you guys were like, "Fucking, I hate MGK."
You guys, you talked about it though. It's from the Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah, it was a great song.
I agree. I like that song that you talked about. What have I been watching? I've been watching The Penguin. I finally got around to watching The Penguin. What a good fucking show. Oswald Cobblepot's such a dick. Yeah, I love it. I fucking love The Penguin.
Got to get around to that.
It's such a good show. I've been replaying Sniper Elite 5 because, spoiler alert, dating this podcast, we are recording this still in November. The election is still very recent in my mind, so I needed to play Sniper Elite 5 and do Sniper Elite 5 things. If you know what happens in that game, you know what I'm saying.
You're going for the
I'm
ear.
not gonna. No. No. There's just a certain group of people who act as the enemy in Sniper Elite 5 that may have won an election in America this year, and I needed to take my frustrations out in some type of way. So I'm replaying Sniper Elite 5.
I should play that. I should play that game.
It's good. It's good. I'm also at the point where like you have enough upgrades to the gun that really like you never die. You're just a god.
Do you have to like run around at all, or is it all down the barrel? Like,
no, you got to run around a lot. It's like it's a very stealth based. Like,
oh,
game.
Okay. I've only seen like clips of people like actually sniping, so I wasn't sure.
No, you got to move around. You got to find your spot. It's a lot.
Sniper Elite and Sniper Ghost Warrior are separate franchises, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I've never played it, but my grandpa plays it. I'll let you know that.
Your grandpa plays Sniper Elite?
He played Ghost Warrior, I think, but he might have played Elite as well.
Okay.
The new Call of Duty still kind of has me. I won't lie. There's only like I need 2 more guns diamond. I need 2 more weapons diamond in the game, and then work. Podcasting. Matt and Shane's secret podcast. Ripping through that. Not much else.
Yeah. That will be this episode of Pacific Standard Guys. Next week, we'll be talking about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And yeah, that'll be our last of our Christmas movie marathon. And then we'll be back with whatever we want to talk about in January. So yeah, keep us on your minds. We're going to be on YouTube and everything. Happy holidays and take care.
Happy holidays.